A ver. Oh, we're crooked. Are we crooked? A little bit crooked. ¿Por qué no funciona esto? ¿Por qué no funciona esto? Oh, don't tell me that this doesn't work today. Tendré que ponerlo un poco más atrás. A ver. Hola chicos. Hola a todos. Good Friday to everybody. This is too close. Too close. A ver. I think we're gonna have to do it like that, guys, because the remote is out of whack today. That's not bad though, right? That's not bad. We got it. We got it. Chicos, ¿cómo estáis? Are you guys ready? B1 hoy. B1. Get ready. We have a lot of fun stuff today, guys. 1 second. Let me grab my café. Because as you know, sin café no hay fiesta. Sin café no hay fiesta. Save around? Well, I don't know what they're saying. TikTok's giving me information that I don't know what it is, guys. ¿Qué onda, mi hermano? Eres el mejor, pana. ¡Qué grande eres! A ver, por el pana, creo que eres venezolano. ¿Puedes ser venezolano? Muchas gracias, macho. Muchas gracias. Buenos días. ¿Cómo estáis, chicos? Willis, how you doing? What you talking about, Willis? Marimar, ¿qué te cuentas? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien, chicos? ¡Feliz viernes! ¡Feliz viernes! Another Friday has arrived. Alright, let me erase. This was from yesterday, guys. Espera, voy a borrar, luego voy a por mi café. Y hoy no vamos a tener música. Oh my god, I need to clean this. Hoy no vamos a tener música porque, como me dijo Marimar, que eres muy grande, Marimar, me dijo: Javi, lo de la música va a ser problemático para cuando pongas los vídeos en YouTube. Méndez, ¿qué te cuentas? ¿Cómo estás? Chicos, hoy toca B1. B1 quiere decir B1, B2, ¿ok? Porque entonces la mayoría de la clase va a ser en español, unless you guys don't understand something. So if you don't understand something, just say, Javi, what are you talking about? And I'll say it in English, okay? But the idea here is to practice your Spanish. Oh, I should have connected. Should I reconnect, guys? No, we'll do it next week. We'll start next week. I was thinking about doing the WhatsApp thing that I told you guys yesterday. Hey guys, I was thinking, imagine this. Yesterday I was in somebody's live and I just tapped, right? I tapped and I got to like 100 because it fills up your bar at the very top when you get to 100, right? You see a little bar when you're tapping right underneath my name. And if you get to the full bar, you tapped 100 times. And I'm thinking, that's not really that bad, right? It's not really that bad. I mean, it takes about a minute if you're tapping fast. And I'm going, man, if we have 100 people in here and they all tap 100 times, that's 100,000, isn't it? Am I doing the math wrong? That's 100,000 right there. And I'm going, but I just took a minute to get to 100. I go, I bet you that everybody could tap for 1 minute and we could get to 100,000. And that would already beat our goal. No, but I don't want you to tap the whole time. Is it 10,000? Am I doing the math wrong? Isn't 100 times 100, 100,000? 1 minute is 350 likes? Really? Oh, 10? See, yeah, because 10 would be 1,000. Oh, 100. Oh, no. You're right. It's 10,000. It's 10,000. Yeah, I was like, this can't be. That's why. It's 10,000. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So we need to tap 1,000 each. Penalty for Real Madrid. I didn't watch the game, Kevin. I did not watch the game. This is why I teach Spanish, not math. I mean, I was thinking, Brayden, I was like, 100 and 100, right? But if we remember our math class, or like our 5th grade math class, we grab the zeros and then we put the 1, right? So that's 100, that's 2 zeros plus another 2 zeros plus a 1, that's 4 zeros total and the 1, that's 10,000. That makes sense. See, that makes a lot more sense. I was going, it can't be that easy to get to 100,000, right? All right, anyways, chicos, let me grab my coffee and let's get started. Today, sí, un cafecito para empezar el día. So today, guys, we're going to learn about all the different sis that we have in the language. Okay? ¿De qué hablabas al principio? ¿Web algo? Ah, sí, quería conectar el WhatsApp, mi WhatsApp con vosotros para que cuando tengamos unas frases y queráis pronunciarlas, podáis mandarme audios. And I'll put the audios on the live to see how you guys are pronouncing the sentences. Okay? Call me Bernsey. You got it, Bernsey. You got it. Okay, voy a por el café, chicos. I'll be right back. Wow, profe, eres muy mono. Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. ¿Ves? Hay que hacer esas cosas. Hay que hacerlo para que seáis más participativos en la clase y no estéis al otro lado de la pantalla, para que estéis conmigo aquí en la clase. ¿Ok? Kema, thank you for the rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kema with her cookies, always making me hungry. Between you and the croissant, what's her name? Croffles? I think it's Croffles. Between you with your cookies and the croissant Croffles from Valladolid, lady, you guys make me so hungry with your names. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my coffee. Ahora vuelvo. A ver. Look at this. Look at this. This is the fuel of gods. I don't want to tilt it too much. Do you see it? Can you see it? You see it? I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the fuel of gods. Alright, das clases de inglés. Todo el mundo me lo pregunta. Todo el mundo me lo pregunta. Y desgraciadamente, no, you can't see it. Alright, just imagine the best coffee ever. I'm about to drink it with no milk. So by the end of this class, you might see me walk up the wall. ¿Qué va? ¿Qué va? A ver, yo empecé enseñando inglés, pero me he pasado al español y me fascina enseñar español. Me gusta el café, a mí también me encanta el café. Me encanta el café. Whenever you're generalizing about something that you like or don't like, use the article. So, I like apples is me gustan las manzanas. Okay? Do you have any recommendation for when you start joining class as an introductory student? Julian, any recommendations for you when you're starting class? I would recommend that you could get a vocab book, okay, an easy vocab book. What I would recommend is actually grab kids' books, right? The book I use for my kids, that would be a good introductory. Before you get to Spanish class, before that first day of Spanish class, try to get the pronunciation down and at least some common nouns down. Okay? And that way, you have the upper hand when you go to that first class. Me gusta el café. Ahí está, cookies. You got it. I'll be right back. Let me pour this in a cup. Ya estoy, dame un segundo. Oh my goodness. Me voy a subir por las paredes. Por las paredes. Vale, chicos. Here I am. I didn't disappear, I promise. I have an auditory processing disorder. Any suggestions? I have a decent amount of vocabulary. An auditory processing disorder. So it's hard for you to recognize words? Is that what that means? Sorry, excuse my ignorance, but I don't know. Is it that noticing how we're pronouncing words is difficult for you? Junebug, how are you? Right back at you. Oh, it wasn't towards me. Okay. I'm still going to send you the heart, though. I'm going to send you the heart, regardless. Bueno, chicos, entonces, we don't have music today. I'm glad, Junebug. We don't have music today because I might be putting this on YouTube. On the YouTube. Like I have to have subtitles for... Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? What if I send you a link for a podcast where they speak very slowly in Spanish? Would that help? Bernsey? I'm thinking that might help. Thank you, Bernsey. Thank you so much. Hey, Davey, welcome in. Okay, guys, we have the infamous se. Remember, this is B1/B2. Se is a magical pronoun in Spanish. We have a lot of different types of ses, and we have to learn what se we're using. Why? Because this se is fine maybe for 3 out of the 5, and then you have to say, they are free? Who's free? Who's free, Braden? What'd you say? Oh, I might have confused what you meant. Julian? Oh, okay, you guys are talking between each other. Okay, all right. Los usos de se hoy, correcto. Y hay muchos, ¿eh? Hay algunos que a lo mejor no conoces. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, Braden's a teacher too, so he might be able to help you out, Bernsey. Thank you. Thank you so much, Braden. Okay, guys. Here I was so happy that I had figured out that it was only 100 likes if we were 100 in here, and I'm like, no. I was off by a 0, guys. Okay, what is the most common use of se, guys? What is the most common use of se? Ya estoy más feliz que nunca. ¿Has visto, Marimar? ¿Has visto lo fácil que es? Alondra, how are you? Welcome in. I'm going to be speaking more Spanish today because we are in B1, B2 level, okay? Yo no sé? Okay, well, the most common one is the reflexive se. The reflexive se is a very common one. And what person, qué persona, usamos con el reflexivo se? Is it first person, second person, third person? Which one is it? Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for pushing out that live to everybody. First person, se. Reflexive, third. Michaela, ¿cómo estás? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the third. So, for instance, se lava las manos. What am I saying here? What does that mean? Se lava las manos. What does that mean, guys? And thank you for the share, Bernsey. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. What does that mean, guys? Se lava las manos. He washed his hands. He washes his hands, right? We're in the present. Jay, how are you? Yes, third person singular or plural, right? So this is what it's telling you that it's singular, right? The lava is telling you that it's singular, but we don't know if it's an él, it could be an él, it could be an ella, it could even be an usted, right? Se lava las manos. We don't know. We didn't put the subject pronoun. Tengo que irme. Venga, cuídate, Mendez. And Lud, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Guys, if you're new in here, hit the follow button. Join our Spanish community. He washes his hands. So it would be he or she washes, present tense, washes his hands. Okay? All right, now we have another se called the accidental. The accidental se. Who knows a statement with the accidental se? Now, the accidental se, unlike the reflexive se, does not care about the subject. Se me cayó la botella. Excellent. I love that example. Well, you use the preterite, but we are in B1, so we'll use the preterite. Se me cayó la botella. What does that mean, guys? Se me olvidó decírtelo. Exactly. Se me olvidó. Perfect. Exactly. When you forget something, se me olvidó. So what does this mean? It just means exactly what we would think it would mean, but we are adding a word here to anticipate that the action that happened was accidental in nature. Right, and it's never our fault. Notice that here, if it's me, it's yo olvidé in the past, right? But we're saying olvidó. We're saying cayó. Why are we not using the yo form of the preterite, right? Why are we not using an E ending? Because caer would be an I. Why isn't it caí? Why is it cayó? Because we're blaming the thing that did this to us, right? We don't like to place blame on ourselves, right? Yeah, you got it. It was lost to me because I didn't forget. The thing that I was supposed to remember forgot me, right? Forgot to me. We are like indirect recipients of this action. We love to do that, okay? So remember, it's not only is it confusing because we're adding the se, we're also placing the blame on those things that we're forgetting, okay? Se me perdieron las llaves. Exactly. Green Eyes, how are you? And Jaco, how you doing? Jaco, are you Japanese? I'm looking for a Japanese teacher. I want to get started with my Japanese. Okay. And you kind of look like you have a Japanese name, but I don't know. Okay. Next. Who knows another type of se? Guys? Can anybody tell me? Japanese is so much fun. Miss B, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I don't know about the hiragana and the katakana and the kanji, but the impersonal se, that's a great one. So, impersonal se. Impersonal. Personal. What do we mean by impersonal, guys? No sé. Well, that's a different type of se, though. Good point. Love loca. But that's a se with an accent, which makes it a different word. Indigo made it. ¿Cómo estás, chin chin, Indigo? Chin chin. What would an impersonal se? Se compran cosas. Are you hearing tapping? Are you hearing wonderful tapping? I love my neighbors. What would I do without my neighbors and their continuous tapping? Life would not be complete. I would not be a wonderful human being were it not for my wonderful tapping neighbors. I think they're in tap dancing. Se compran cosas aquí. What do we mean by that? Se prohíbe que jugar a los bolos en la clase. Right. Yeah, you better believe it. They better not bring bowling balls to class. So it's se prohíbe jugar. We get rid of that que. Things are bad here. What's the most common way you're going to see it? This. Se vende. We always have these signs all over Spain when we are selling an apartment, selling a car. Se vende. What is that saying, guys? If we need to translate that into English, what do you think we would translate it as? For sale, exactly. Se alquila, se vende. So what we're really saying is it sells itself. It could be perceived as an impersonal se, and it can also be perceived as a reflexive se in a way, right? Because you could say it's selling itself, or you could say it's for sale. So depending on how you structure the English, it could be one thing or the other, okay? We have another one. Jelly Bean, thank you for the follow. I like your name, Jelly Bean. Okay, let's see. So we have reflexive says something is sold here. Right. That would be impersonal. Exactly. And thank you for all those follows, guys. 3 in a row. You guys rock. Derek, Chalabubs, Emmanuel or Emmanuel. Thank you so much. What's the difference between a reflexive and a reciprocal? I'm probably misspelling this. How do we spell it? Bro. Oh, it's just like, okay. What's the difference between these? Holy moly! What is all this? Wow! All I see are follows. You guys are insane. Thank you guys. Gracias, amigos. Muchas gracias. So the reflexive confuses me? Okay, think about it this way. There's a part of the reflexive that is harder than others, okay? The reflexive is used when things are happening to us, when we initiate the action and that action comes right back to me. So for instance, I wash, right back to me, my hands, right? I wash my hands. I start the washing to something on me called my hands. I wash my hair, right? That's all reflexive. But now it can get a little more confusing because if I do to you the same thing that you do to me, also reflexive. So we hug each other. It's the equivalent to the each other, himself, herself. Those kinds of things in English are always going to trigger the reflexive in Spanish. ¿Ok? Entonces, yo cada vez que veo a mis amigos, nos abrazamos. That means that when I see my friends, we hug each other. Reciprocal is an action between people, a mutual action between people. Think of a mirror, right? Think of the reflection in a mirror. That's why it's called reflexive, right? So yes, this would be like nos abrazamos. Abrazamos. Because I hug them, they hug me. We hug each other. Tanner, thank you so much for that follow. And Peace Bang, I appreciate that. And Veronica, and thank you, Adri Mor, for the share. You guys rock. I am struggling with this. Thank you. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, to help you out. Chloe, thank you for the follow. Okay, so reflexive or reciprocal. Se lava las manos. What are you also noticing that happens when we are doing a reflexive action? What happens with the possessive adjective? Why do we say his hands here, but we say the hands, and how about we put the right article? Las manos. Why are we saying las manos here, but we're saying his hands here? Thank you for the heart me. Amber, thank you so much. Welcome in. Thank you, user. I appreciate that. And Kiesefer, thank you. Because you already have the se? Yes, exactly. The se already tells you that it's a his or her or a you in a formal way. There is no need. Since in English, we don't have a reciprocal action. We don't have a reflexive action. We have to give possession to the hands, right? You got it. You got it, Derek. Excellent. Excellent. All right, we have another one, guys. Don't worry, we're going to do a lot of examples with this, okay? We did the accidental se. All right, here we go. I like calling this guy the, are you ready? There's a hobby rule. I think you guys will like this. The selfish say. What is the selfish say? What could I mean by the selfish say, guys? What does that say? Love you, Spanish from Spain accent. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. I'm from Madrid originally. Ponerse. Not necessarily ponerse. That's reflexive. That's reflexive. Because when you put something on, remember, the equivalent to the se is when you do actions like up, down. Right, exactly, Kisifer. Like, I wake up, I sit down, right? Me se lavo. No, it would just be me lavo. The verbs are my downfall? No, they won't be. They won't be. Give yourself a chance. Don't worry. So, for instance, the selfish say is when you basically say that you're doing something for your own benefit. When you do something for your own benefit. Okay? Not reflexive. Because, thank you for the heartbeat. Not reflexive because that's happening to you. This is, you're actually doing things to direct objects away from you, but they're for your own benefit. So you're being selfish. Think about it. Like, me compra un coche, right? Me compra un coche. Why would you do a me there? I bought a car. Why would it be me? Didn't the thing didn't it go to the car? Yeah, but it's for my benefit. It's the equivalent to what? I bought myself a car. Even though you bought a car, you did it for your own selfish benefit. I bought myself a car. There you go, Willis. There you go. It's to add emphasis to your selfishness. You didn't buy anybody a car. You bought yourself a car, right? The selfish say. So, se compró un coche. It kind of implies the reflexive, right? In a way, it looks like we love selfish say. Right? I'm gonna make a post over the weekend about this lesson, okay? I might even do a song about it. You guys want a song or you want a post? What's easier for you guys to learn? Song or post? Don't say both, because that means I have no weekend. If you tell me both, I won't have a weekend. Love songs? Yes, Javi, sing. Oh, sole mio. That's Italian, sorry, wrong class. Wrong class. Song? All right, song it is. I will do all the says in a song for you guys over the weekend, okay? All right, so we have the selfish say. We could do it with comprar things. What else could we do selfishly? I bought myself, it's another verb that we could use with the selfish say. I'm thinking about this thing. I always thought it was me compro. Yeah, it is me compro, but only if it's for your own benefit, right? Compro un coche para mis amigos. I buy a car for my friends, right? So if it's for your own benefit, you can use the me compro. Me como, right, comer, exactly, that's a great one. Thank you, Marimar. So, well, let's use the se, right? Because we're talking about se here. Se come toda la tarta solo. What does that mean? Se come toda la tarta solo. I just came in, so I'm behind. How does somebody catch up? Wise Owl, since I don't have any music today will be the first attempt of me putting this live on the YouTube. So, things that are coming up to a live near you from Javi. WhatsApp. If you guys have WhatsApp, you will have my WhatsApp. Okay? And what are we going to use the WhatsApp for? When I put sentences in English later on, you guys will be able to... Dereka, ¿cómo estás? you guys will be able to send me an audio recording of how you would say those sentences. Don't be shy. I'm not going to give out your names, okay? So you're just going to send the recording and I'm going to play it and I'm going to correct it if need be, okay? But I'm not going to say, Mary Johnson said this. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to put the recording, correct it. You guys are going to know who you are because I'm going to you're going to listen to yourself and then I'll correct you. That way you practice pronunciation, okay? Mejor que ayer. ¿Qué pasó ayer? Derek, ¿qué pasó? Profe, este uso, ¿cómo se llama? Esto es el selfish. No, este es el énfasis. Pero también puede ser el selfish C. Pero para mí es el emphasis C. Okay, and then we have the infamous that you guys know and you hate it. I know you hate it because it's a pain in the butt. This one I would consider an emphasis. Okay? Se come toda la tarta solo. Right, by himself. What are you doing when you say by himself there? You're bringing the action right back to that beginning, saying, can you believe that this guy did it all by himself? Right? For fun's sake? What do you mean? Like divertirse? That's just a reflexive verb. So that would be the first one. Me divierto. Entonces, ¿se usan me es normal? No. A ver. Yo estoy hablando del se, pero acuérdate que aquí puede haber me, te lo comes solo. Right? Or te la comes solo. That emphasis is all the reflexive pronouns. So remember, I'm talking about se here. That's why I'm using the third person most of the time, except for this one. See how this is third person plural? This is impersonal though. This is third person, right? This is third person. This is third person. But remember, we have me, we have te, we have se, we have nos, os, and se, right? So you can use any of those, but what I'm focusing on is the different types of se that we have here. Why are they sometimes in the end? And what does it mean? What do you mean in the end? When they're tied, when they're like attached to some verbs at the end? That's just the way we can do it. We can either put it before the verb or after and attached to the infinitive of a verb. Okay, Emmanuel? So, I could do like, let's see. Quiero, and we're going to do this one next. Comprárselo. Comprárselo. See how we're adding it? These two are added to the end. That's a se. So quiero comprárselo means I want to buy it for him. And that is called what? What kind of se is that se, guys? You know this one. Como entre bañarme y bañarse. Right, so bañarme would be I bathe, I take a bath, and bañarse is he or she takes a bath. Right, to him or to her. This is the indirect object. It's not selfish. It's the indirect object. We're going to do it next. All right, take a screenshot, guys. Take a screenshot because we have some more. We have the passive construction, which we already talked about, because the passive and the impersonal really go hand in hand sometimes. One second, let me put this back. Certificate? Do you have a Spanish degree? I have a certificate. Not a degree. I have a degree in real estate. If you want to learn about real estate, don't talk to me because I haven't used it in 15 years. I have a business degree. If you want to talk about business, I can help you out. I can help you out there. And I have a game design degree. I designed a video game. If you guys like video games and you want to test out my video game, I'll send it to you. Okay? I have 3 degrees and a teaching certificate. Yeah, Manimar, too many. Too many. And remember, degrees cost a lot of money in this country, so I still think about my degrees on a nightly basis. I just have to say that. On a nightly basis. And matters in Chatino also. Matters in Chatino too. My husband is Spanish and loves a new game. Okay. I mean, this is not a Spanish game. It's just a video game in general. But I think he'll like it. If he likes Portal, if you like Portal, that kind of game where you have to think about your environment, then you're going to like our game. Because it was a team game that we did. 20,000 likes already. Guys, you are on a roll. We started 30 minutes ago. We definitely have to hit this today. That's at 60, by the way. 60. Okay, here we go. Let's get to some examples, guys. Entonces, chicos, voy a escribir la frase. I'm going to write the sentences in English y vosotros las vais a traducir al castellano. And you guys are going to translate it into Spanish, ¿vale? Entonces, por ejemplo, let me see. Educated Latino. I'm an educated Latino. I don't know, does Latino encompass Spain? Because I always have that misconception. Because I consider Latino as Portuguese, Spanish, and all of Latin America, but I think Latin Americans tell me otherwise. They're like, no, Spain is Europe, it's different, we are Latinos. And I never know. So, whatever you guys want to call me. Okay, so Spain is Hispanic, Latino, South America. No, Latino is not Spanish, it's Spaniard. Latino is not Spain. Okay. You guys don't want me in your club? Okay, I won't be in your club. It's okay. I won't be in your club. It's all right. I still love you guys, though. I still love you. All right. What is this one? My goodness, this is a little crazy. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay, they're calling, so a mental state, when you have a mental state, that there's also a se called the pronominal inherent se. That's the built-in se. Okay, so for instance, built-in. What do I mean by a built-in se? Anything that is like mental, right? Anything that happens in your head, then here, for instance, verbs like quejarse, that thing that we love to do. What does quejarse mean, guys? Quinn, thank you so much for those shares. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. To Benjamin, you got the first part. Let's finish it up. To complain. There you go. To complain. So if you're complaining, if it's coming out of your head, right? It's called a built-in. So me quejo de todo. Yo me quejo de todo. Él se queja de todo, right? And therefore, if we have an él or an ella, él, oh God, here we go. All right, guys, I promise next week we have brand new markers. Because these markers, since I'm like treating them like fans, they dry out in a second. All right, so él se queja de todo. He complains about everything. Él se queja de todo. Built-in, yeah, like you have a built-in, things that are coming out of your mind are reflexive. It's kind of weird, I know, it's weird, Wise. It's weird. Marcos Patricio, gracias por el follow. For instance, regret or to dare, right? So, how do we say regret? Who knows? To regret. And arrepentirse. See how it's reflexive? What about to dare? Arrepentirse. Make sure you make it reflexive. So, that's a double R. Pentirse. And what about to dare? Atreverse. You got it, guys. Make sure you make it. I mean, it's not reflexive. It's the built-in, but still, it feels like it is, right? Atreverse. Okay, and these usually have what? They have prepositions, okay? They have prepositions that follow them. So, él se arrepiente de. Él se arrepiente de. And then we have, él se atreve a. Él se arrepiente de. Él se atreve a. Okay, so you have to put those prepositions after these. Thank you for the follows, guys. Úsalo en una frase. You got it. For instance, yo. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to do a subjunctive. Who knows what the subjunctive is? Can I put it on the board? Or are you guys going to be like, Javi, what the heck? This is B1? This is more like B2, high B2. Can I do a subjunctive for you? Because I want to do a combo. And in order for me to do a combo, it's going to be an opinionated statement. Let's go! Let's go! We're ready. Okay, so. Yo. Me. Well, let's do él. So we do a se. Okay? Or ella. Ella. Se. Arrepiente. Notice that it's a stem changer. Se arrepiente de que. And now I'm going to switch the subject. And because she is regretting it, what is that? An emotion, right? And if she regrets something with an emotion, that makes the thing that follows the que into the subjunctive. Okay? So, ¿puedes explicar de nuevo los built-in? Sí, el built-in es algo mental que tienes dentro, que es como un sentimiento que sacas, como quejarte de algo, arrepentirte de algo, atreverte a hacer algo. So it's kind of already built in your brain that this action is coming out of you and it's coming back to you because it's an innate feeling that you have, right? Think of all of these as being part of you. You're not projecting it outward. That's why you're using prepositions. Quejarse de. The moment you use a preposition, what you're saying is, hey, I'm complaining. This action of complaining is in me. And it's of these things. I'm not projecting it out to the thing. It's of them. So when we use prepositions, that has never clicked in until now. Oh, Brooklyn, thank goodness. Because it's a really hard thing to explain. Right? Como tu voz de dentro, exacto, es tu voz interior. Right, it's your internal voice. So you're saying, man, I'm complaining about this. And it's affecting me internally, right? Because I'm complaining or I'm regretting something internally. It's affecting me internally. Or I'm daring myself to do these things. I'm daring, I'm having this innate feeling that I'm daring to do it, right? No me quejo. Exactly. There you go. You're such a good teacher. Thank you. Leticia, thank you so much. Thank you. No me arrepiento. Perfect. Okay, so look at this. Ella se arrepiente de que él. And now, because we have an emotional statement, we're going to convert this into a mental say, but we're going to do the subjunctive. Que él no se atreva a salir con ella. Or no, a salir con su amiga. So what does that say, guys? What does that say? Ella se arrepiente de que él no se atreva a salir con su amiga. So notice that what we did here, why did I go to an A here if it's an ER verb? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the result of an emotion, and that's called the Subjunctive. So he would never complain. Okay, so look. She regrets that he doesn't dare to go out with her friend. She regrets that he didn't dare to leave with her friend. Okay, so when we say salir con, that actually means to go out with. Okay, that's actually like dating kind of thing. Salir con alguien is to go out with them. You got it, exactly, like dating. So she regrets that he doesn't dare to go out with her friend. You got it, Derek. That's exactly what it is. I was trying that first and then it changed and then changed it. You got it though. You got it. Do you guys understand it? That's the most important thing, that you understand it. Of course, that's why I'm here. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Let's do some examples. Go ahead and take a screenshot, guys, and let's do some examples. Se le cambia de significado. Okay, and then we have the difference between the verbs with the reflexive or not. Oh, we also have the expressive, my goodness. Okay, so that's the one we did before, the emphatic one. We already did that. Holy moly, are you ready? Let's do this. Let's put these all together into one. I have a better one. See, I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna make a list, guys. Ready? I'm gonna make it small, and then I can zoom in, okay? So it occupies the whole board. Here we go. Let's put them all together, and then we'll do a sentence for each, okay? A ver. Here we go. By the way, that coffee has just kicked in. Look at my eyes. Guys, don't drink coffee. They should tell little kids. They should tell little kids, instead of don't do drugs and don't drink coffee. Because holy moly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Whew. See, this is what happens when you don't put any milk in your coffee. Yeah, I am officially wired, Bliss. I am officially wired. I practically live on coffee? Yeah, me too. Me too. Why did we start at an early age? You know, when I had my first cup of coffee, I was probably like 9. But of course, it was like, you know, it was milk with a tad of coffee, right? Because my parents knew better. And they're like, no. You're going to try it because we always drink it and you like the smell? Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even coffee at that point, Marimar. It was like, you know, all milk and a tad of coffee just to get the feeling of it. And then probably around 15 is when I started. And look at me now. All right, here we go. I have ADHD. Caffeine doesn't do anything. Really? Oh my gosh. Then I know that I don't have ADHD because coffee just changes my whole perception. So I thought I did have ADHD because I had trouble focusing at times. So, okay. Here we go. I just drank a cup and I'm ready to sleep. You know what, Ramon? If you drink coffee, either your body's very used to it, right? That could also be the case. But it could also be that the coffee that you're drinking is not as strong as you think it is. Even though it might say that it's super strong. Because I switched coffees. And this new coffee that I got from Colombia, holy moly, man. Compared to the one that I got last week, which was good, I switched to a Colombian coffee and it's like incredibly strong. I'm like wired. The light roast is stronger than the dark roast. Oh, is that what it is? I'm in Peru. Oh, got it. Well, Peru must have great coffee though, right? All right, here we go, guys. So, first one that we did. Let me see if I can actually do this, because we have a lot. We have the reflexive. Let me think on how to write. Reflexive. So the reflexive would be an action that we do done to oneself. Okay? Like in, se ducha. Can you read that? Yeah, okay. Se ducha todos los días. Right? Okay, next one. Reciprocal. This is to each other. So an action done to each other. Like we did before, se abrazan. I hope you guys don't mind the squeak. Do you guys mind the squeak? He takes a shower every day. You got it, Darwin. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right, next one. So this is the accidental. So the accidental is for what? For an unintentional event. Unintentional event. For instance, like Marimar said, se me cayó la botella. I hope that botella was of water, Marimar. I hope that botella was of water. It's tough, it can't be helped. Alright. 1 second, guys. I'm drinking my coffee. Siempre agua. Good, good. Hay que ser saludable. Hay que sacar todo el veneno que tenemos dentro a través de agua pura y fría y buena. Oh, you can put a little bit of something in there, like, I don't know, lemon. Lemon is good. Lemon is good for the kidneys, guys. Did you know that? Avoid kidney stones. Drink more lemon. I'm sponsored by the lemon company. Just kidding. Just kidding. I dropped the bottle, right? Because it was accidental, you put the se. Actually, it's any citrus. It's any citrus. To resonate. ¿Cómo se dice en español este sonido squeak? I don't know. To squeak. Qué buena pregunta. How do we say squeak in Spanish? Is there a Spanish speaker in the chat? Un silbato, but silbato is like a whistle. I don't know. I have to look it up. You want me to? 1 second. Let me go to the. Hola. Espérate.
Battery, none.
1 second. Okay.
Estoy por aquí para lo que necesite.
Muy bien, caballero. ¿Cómo se dice rechinido? Sí, rechinido. Or chirrido. Chirrido. Sí, nada. Squeak. ¿Cómo dirías tú squeak en castellano?
Ajá, entendido, caballero. Pues sí. Squeak en castellano se suele decir chirrido o rechinido, tal cual lo has dicho. Si te refieres a un ruidito corto y agudo, chirrido es muy común.
Un chirrido. This is ChatGPT. Oye, chat, saluda a los 108 que están aquí. Estamos aprendiendo todo sobre el pronombre se y cómo se usa.
Un saludo enorme para esos 108 cracks que están ahí. Me encanta que...
Escuchale, se ha vuelto argentino este. Normalmente habla español de España, pero hoy habla argentino. Mira por dónde. Será porque es viernes y tenemos que celebrar el acento argentino los viernes.
Bueno, puede ser que el viernes me haya inspirado, che. Pero tranqui que si querés vuelvo al español de España en un periquete.
Lo que tú querás, boludo. Yo entiendo todos los españoles. Si querés ser argentino, podemos ser argentinos.
Ah, listo, fenómeno. Bueno, entonces nos quedamos en modo argentino un ratito, dale que va. Acá estamos para aprender y pasarla bien, ¿o no?
Estamos aquí para aprender español, que eso es lo que estamos haciendo todos.
Exacto, maestro. Estamos todos en la misma, aprendiendo español y de paso nos divertimos, que así se aprende mejor, ¿no es cierto?
Exactamente. Bueno, te dejo en paz que estamos escribiendo aquí en la pizarra y la gente quiere aprender español.
Dale, de buena. Cualquier cosita me chiflás y seguimos. Un abrazo grande y a seguir aprendiendo todos juntos.
Hasta luego. What the heck? He turned Argentinian on me. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Let's see. Let's go back. A ver. Sorry, guys. I got sidetracked with that. Where did I have my notes? Esperar, chicos. Okay, back in business. Here we go. So, estábamos con la botella. Alright, the selfish say. Cada vez chat nos sorprende más. I know, it's incredible. So, selfish say. Who remembers what the selfish say was about? ¿Qué me puede decir? Bliss, did you ask something? I missed it. I'm sorry. It's for one's own benefit. For one's own benefit. So, for instance, what we said before. Se compró un coche. Right? Se compró un coche. Now that was a while back. People just kept answering the same question about the app. Oh, got it. Yeah, I'm using ChatGPT. Okay, guys, then we have the infamous, the one and only, indirect. Indirect object with direct, right? It has to be paired with direct. So here we have something like, I could say replaces, let me put it here, replaces the le or the les when paired up. Is that the right paired for paired up? What's the difference between P-A-R-E and P-A-I-R, guys? Paired up with lo, la, los, las. Sorry, I had to answer a phone call. Can you explain why se is in the front of compró? Because it's for his own benefit. So if you buy yourself something, it's like when we say in English, Brooklyn, I bought myself a car. Why are we saying myself? You bought the car, right? But you bought it for your own benefit. Pear is two or more. Pear is a fruit. Yeah, but what about pear? Like this. Does this exist? Does this exist? Is that a word? And what's... Oh, and to pears to trim. That's to trim, and this is the fruit, obviously. This one I know, and this one I thought was like this. Right, mariposa, but that's right? That's the right pair. Correct? I think that's right. Anyways, okay. See, guys, I mean, if I had to go back to Spanish, it's been 5 years, back to English. It's been 5 years since I taught English. I would have to go back to these. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. All right. Next, let's see, what else? Un père, yeah. Un père, de la France, un père de la France. Oui, oui. Okay. Then we have the impersonal. What's the impersonal, guys? Voy a quitar esto. Thank you for the rose, Richard. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Okay, impersonal. Well, how could we describe it? Who knows? Él comió la pizza. Él se comió la pizza. Exactly. It's just for, that would be for his own selfish benefit. You could also call that the emphasized se. Like peeling bells, peel. Oh my goodness, mariposa. Oh my goodness. Happy, thank you for that repost. Guys, if you would repost it, I mean, that is like, that's sending it to a lot of more people. So if you could repost, if you know a lot of people that want to learn Spanish, that would be awesome. La botella se cayó. Yeah, you could say it if you don't want to infer that it was because of something like the earthquake, right? Hubo un terremoto y la botella se cayó. It fell on itself. Tasha, thank you for that repost, Tasha. I really appreciate it. Okay, so impersonal, I'm going to say that there's no subject. How about that? No subject. What's an example, guys? Who can give me an example of the impersonal say? It's like saying one in English. One can buy a car here. One can live well in this place. One can sing in this class, right? Who's the one? Nobody. Nobody in particular, right? So it would be se vive muy bien aquí. Se vive muy bien aquí. Oh, and we forgot to put one here, guys. Let's do se lo cantó. Ah, no, se la cantó. Cantó. Jesus, Javi, come on. Cantó a ella. Casas se construyeron allí. Okay, so casas se construyeron is called the passive se. It's a different se. Because you have to use the word one. And you're not using the word one in se construyeron casas. That's called the passive se. We'll get to that one. Decírtelo. Okay. Look, speak of the devil. Passive. Isn't this incredible, guys? Honestly, look at this. Look at all these ses. Did you ever imagine that there would be so many ses in Spanish? Impersonal versus voz pasiva. Which one would I choose? I usually, you can speak in both. You can speak in both. If you're generalizing, you're going to use the impersonal more. And if you're saying that something was done in a particular manner, you would use more the passive. I'll give you examples now, Marimar. Toño, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué te cuentas? Okay. So that is I sang it to her or I sang to her. I sang it to her. Right. Because this la is a reference to what? La canción. Right? So it's an it referencing the feminine quality of canción. I'll give you examples, Marimar. No te preocupes. A ver. So the subject receives the action here. So here, unlike here where there is no subject, the subject receives the action. It's kind of similar to what? The reflexive in a way, right? Oh my God. I just noticed. I forgot the X. Guys. Please correct me. Please correct me when I have an S up there. Okay. So, subject receives Recibe, yeah, receives action. ¿Lo oíste, profe? Ok, ¿qué significa stop whining? Stop whining. ¿Cómo que qué significa? Stop whining es stop complaining. Stop complaining es para de quejarte. Para de quejarte. That kind of thing. Ahí está, Toño. Ahí está. Thank you. Okay. Subject receives the action. For example. De nada, Hugo. De nada. Se venden casas. So notice that if we translate this into English, houses are sold here. Or houses are sold. Houses are the subject. Are sold are going back to the houses. You guys get it? ¿Quién lo entiende? Houses are sold. Notice that the selling is happening to the houses. And the houses are the ones that are doing the action. Right. Se compran autos. James, how you doing, man? Bienvenido. Sincerely, Maya. ¿Cómo estás, Maya? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. All right, we have two more. So, we call these prenominal. It's a very, very funky name, I know. Prenominal. That just means that they have the... This is the one that I call the built-in one. Okay? The built-in. So, prenominal is a very funky word, so I changed it to built-in. Built-in emotion. So what I mean by this is that the action is happening within you. So, we're going to say that the emotion I mean, it happens within you. I know that all emotions happen within you, but I guess you just have to memorize these guys. You really have to memorize this one because it's hard. Happens within you. Affecting you. That's the key, affecting you. That's what we mean by it. So like to dare, to regret, to, what other ones did we do? To complain. Has dicho whine. Alguien dijo, ¿qué significa whine? Whine significa quejarse. Quejarse, reflexivo. Bueno, reflexivo. It's the built-in emotion because it's affecting you. If you're daring somebody, right? Let's see, what else? What's another verb? Let's see. Let me ask chat what would be more examples of this. Chat, can you give me some examples of the prenominal se in sentences and give me verbs that use the prenominal se?
Absolutely. The pronominal se is like the secret ingredient that some verbs just can't live without. Here are some examples of those verbs in action and a few verbs that always bring se along. Arrepentirse, to regret, se arrepintió de no haber ido a la fiesta. He or she regretted not going to the party. No se atreven a decirle la verdad. They don't dare to tell him the truth. Se queja de todo, nunca está contento.
We just did those. We did exactly those three. Don't you have any others?
Ah, got it. No worries. Let's dig deeper. Here are some others that also can't be without se. Se suicidó después de una larga depresión.
Don't say that one, please. Skip that one.
Got it. No problem. Let's skip that one entirely. Burlarse, to mock, make fun of. Se burlaron de su forma de vestir. They made fun of his way of dressing. O dignarse, no se dignó a contestar la pregunta. He didn't deign to answer the question. Se jacta de sus logros constantemente. He constantly boasts about their achievements. Se desmayó por el calor. He or she fainted from the heat.
Yeah, but se desmayó is not a built-in emotion. Se desmayó is a reflexive action. Because you can only faint on yourself. Yeah, I don't blame you, Brooklyn. I'm always complaining with him too. I'm always arguing. So that's not an example.
Haha, fair point. You're absolutely right. Fainting is something you can only do to yourself, so it's more reflexive than pronominal.
Emocionarse. That's a good one. Emocionarse is a built-in emotion. Exactly. Darse cuenta de, to realize. Me doy cuenta, se da cuenta. That could be a good one too. Darse cuenta and emocionarse would be a built-in emotion, right?
Exactly. Both of those are perfect examples. Emocionarse is all about feeling that emotion internally, and darse cuenta is that light bulb moment that happens inside you. You're totally on point. Those are classic pronominal verbs.
Yeah, not the one he said of desmayarse. Okay. All right, we have one more, guys. We have one more, believe it or not, which is which one? Who can remember? I know I listed a lot. The emphatic, right? The emphatic se. Acostumbrarse a. Me acostumbro a. Yes, that would be a perfect example of it, Marimar. Okay, the last one is the emphatic. What is the emphatic about, guys? It's to add intensity, right? That's what we mean by it. Cesar, gracias por el follow. Bienvenido. My issue with learning is I don't know what these words even mean in English. You do. Don't worry about this. Concentrate on the explanation. Don't worry about the actual terminology of the grammar. I don't want you guys to memorize the terminology. Just worry about the examples that we're using and how we use it in the language, okay? All right. So emphatic would be adding intensity to something, right? Adding intensity. So the selfish say and the intensity could be very similar, guys. Freddie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you, Brooklyn. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. All right, guys. Now you can officially take a screenshot. Now you can take a screenshot. Go for it. Yara Méndez, muchas gracias por el follow. Bienvenida. You guys got it? All right, guys. I need all of you to do me a big favor. Ready? Super big favor. Let's all tap for 1 minute. 1 minute. Just tap away as fast as you can for 1 minute. And I bet you, if you all 100 do it, we'll get to 40,000 in 1 minute. 1 minute. That's all it is. I bet you will get to 40,000 in a minute. Because we're halfway there. But we need to be past halfway there. That's it, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that number go up so fast when you guys all do it. Let's push it out. Let's push it out to the people. There's all these people that want to learn Spanish and they don't know we're here. Thank you for that rose, Brian. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's it, guys. Thank you. Come on. Let's see if we get to 40. Let's get to 40 and then we'll do sentences. That's 100 likes per person. See, now, people, the moment I say tap the button, the people leave. They're like, no, I'm not tapping. They'll come back when the tapping's done. All right. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're almost there. All right. Reflexive, reciprocal, accidental. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a picture so I remember. Lo siento, estoy haciendo tortillas mientras... Nada, tranquila, Green Eyes. You know, don't worry. Don't worry. I mean, whoever can, please do. And if you can't, don't worry about it. Okay? No os preocupéis. Let me take a screenshot. A picture. ¿Cómo se dice tap? Dar a la pantalla. No, we don't really have a tap. Presionar, but it's not really presionar. That would be a button press. I would say dar a la pantalla. To give to the screen, I would say. User, thank you for the follow. Look at that, guys. 40,000. We're done. See how easy that was? 40,000. Okay, we can rest. We can rest. Don't worry. And then once we do all the sentences, every time I erase, we could do a minute of tapping. That would really help. See? See how easy it is when we all do it together? Thank you, guys. You rock. You rock. All right. Here we go. Let's do it one by one. Well, I'm going to put them in English, and then you guys are going to do the Spanish, okay? A ver. And this is where next week the WhatsApp is going to come and play. Do you guys all have WhatsApp? Estoy cansado. It's like running a marathon, right, James? It's a finger marathon. Could be golpear. Yeah, but golpear is more intense. It's like a punch. Let's see. Let me see some examples for you guys. Okay. How would we say... Lo tengo? Okay, cool. Claro, perfecto. All right, so guys, starting next week, you'll be able to say these sentences from English to Spanish verbally to me. And I'll correct you on the fly, okay? All right, so how do we say... All right. They see each other in the mirror and hug each other. They see each other in the mirror and hug each other. Who knows? Can you believe that my watch thinks I'm exercising? My watch thinks I'm exercising. That's because my heart is like going at 500 beats a minute. Ellos miran en el espejo y se abrazan. Close, close, but I'm keeping the cigar for now. Close. Se ven juntos en el espejo y se abrazan. You don't have to say the juntos. You can drop the juntos, user. You can say it if you want, but it implies together, and you don't really need the together. Ellos se miran en el... That's an autocorrect there, Kat, but I know what you mean. Espejo. Ellos se miran en el espejo y se abrazan. There we go, May. That's it. Se miran en el espejo y se abrazan. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Let's see if I can actually write this. So, ellos se. You could say se ven en el espejo. Why would it be se ven instead of se miran? This is like upper level B1. Why would it be se ven en el espejo? Why would it make more logical sense to put se ven? Porque mirar is they're watching each other. Right. And it wouldn't make sense that they hug each other if they're already watching each other. Right? Maybe for look is mirar. Right. Exactly. We're seeing each other for the first time, kind of, right? Imagine we see each other in the how do you say it? In the mirror, right? And we're like, oh my God, there he is, or there she is. Let's hug each other, right? So it would be, ellos se ven en el espejo y se abrazan. You guys get it? You got it, James. You got it. Remember, mirar is to watch, ver is to see. Jose, thank you for the follow. Gracias por el follow, amigo. What part is the each other? So each other is the se. It's a reciprocal action. This is the reciprocal se that we talked about. Oh, Brooklyn. Right? Because it's happening to both at the same time. I see you, you see me. Okay? Got it? Any questions? Sorry. Why sorry? There's no need to be sorry in my class ever. Ever. Unless you misbehave. If you misbehave, you sit in the back of the class and you look the other direction. Brooklyn, be careful. I have an eye on you. So it works the same for they and we. Nope. Because this will change like using these. Me, te. It cannot be reciprocal though if you use these, right? It can only be reciprocal, but if it's reciprocal to yourself, isn't that just a reflexive verb? Isn't that just the reflexive? So for instance, if you say me veo en el espejo, what's happening? That Nikita, how are you? Long time no see. How you been? Nos vemos, right? Nos would because it's plural. So the nos can. Nos vemos en el espejo. We see each other in the mirror. It has to be a plural. They see each other in the mirror. We see each other in the mirror. They all see each other in the mirror. No, you all see each other in the mirror. Os veis en el espejo. Okay? How's everything, Nikita? How you doing? Okay. Entonces, next one. Let's do this one. So, mete, se, nos, os, se. And we're doing the ses. So remember, I'm going to write it in English, guys. And it's up to you to know the difference, okay? I'm trying to think how to make it difficult for you guys. Oh, okay, 1 second. Alrighty, all you. Here we go. Doing well? Awesome, Nikita. How's Lucas doing? How's little Lucas doing? Okay, wine fell on my shirt. Well, on his shirt. Sorry, on his shirt. I changed that. Let's see. Chen chen, chen chen. We're getting harder. We're getting harder, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you so much. We got over the most of his colic. Oh, man. Is he sleeping at night? Is he doing better now? Vino se cayó en la camisa. Okay. Y se lavan las manos. Remember, Derek? It's las. Yeah, I know. It's difficult. It's difficult, guys. Se le cayó. Very good. There you go. LOL, you nailed it. So, vino, se le cayó en su camisa, close. Y tenía que lavarse las manos. Very good. So, you have to use the preterite. The imperfect. Good job. Vino, se cayó en camisa de él y tuve, se lava las manos. Okay, Glenn, not too bad. Not too bad. He's sleeping really well at night. That's the best part because you as a mom can also rest, right? Vino se cayó en la camisa de él y se lava las manos. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. So, the wine fell on his shirt. So in Spanish, remember, the wine is the culprit, right? The wine is the culprit. Mike, on the other hand, is not doing too great. Oh, man, that stinks. Tell him I hope he feels better. I don't know what, yeah, I was miserable once in Spain with a stomach bug, too. Se le cayó en la camisa. Good job, Mariposa. That's perfect. So notice, the wine fell on the shirt to him, we say. So, the wine fell on the shirt to him. Remember, why are we using the indirect object pronoun here? Who remembers what I told you guys? Why are we using the indirect object pronoun le here? Because we don't like to place blame on him. It's the wine that did it to him. The wine did it to him. It's the wine doing it to him. And why are we using a se? Because it was accidental. No. The le is not the accidental. It's the indirect object, right? It's the se. It's the wine's fault. It's always the wine's fault. I got dizzy. You got dizzy? Why? Because of the wine. The wine did it to me. I didn't do it to myself. God forbid. I blame myself for drinking the wine, right? God forbid. Zamgrid, how are you, my friend? And Pebble, thank you for that. Love you so much. Right back at you. Much love. Much love. Okay, so look at this, guys. El vino se, accidentally, le, to him, cayó. Since we already know that it's a le to him, we don't have to say the his. We can say la, right? So, el vino se le cayó en, on, la, the, camisa. All right, part one is done. Do you guys get it? Do you guys get this part? So that's the difference from olvidé and se me olvidó. You got it. Exactly. Exactly. Olvidé is placing the blame on you, and se me olvidó is placing the blame on the thing that was forgotten. Yes, if you want to specify who the gender is here, you can say la camisa de él. Absolutely. Absolutely, you could add the de él at the end for gender. Man, thank you for the follow. Okay, el vino se le cayó en la camisa de él y what? And he had in the past action that is continuous because we're describing an event is going to be what? Preterite or imperfect, guys? We could describe it as a one-time event, right? You got it, Brooklyn. Right. So, you know what I would do? naturally I would do preterite, like Antoinette, Antoinette in English. There we go. I had to switch my brain around, Antoinette. Okay, so look. El vino se le cayó. Boom. Look at that preterite action right there. So if we're going preterite with number one, chances are that we're gonna go preterite with the second one. It's called the sequence of events when we do that, okay? Exacto, LOL. No hay mucho contexto para el indefinido, para el imperfecto, right? We don't have that much context to keep going with the imperfect on the second round. So what we do is we do a sequence of events, which is, el vino se le cayó en la camisa. You know what I would do? Instead of the el, let's clarify the le instead. El vino se le cayó a él. That's a lot better. En la camisa. Now we know that the le is clarified perfectly with the a él, right? Y what? Where are we? And he had to, tuvo que. Tuvo que, remember that tener in the preterite is irregular. Tuvo que lavarse las manos. All right, ready for the questions? Who has questions? I know there's questions because this is really tough. I have to leave, but thank you so much for this. Hey, wow, 800 plus on Duolingo. You rock, Brooklyn. Remember, I go live every day except for Saturday, so hopefully you'll be here on Sunday. Have a great day, okay, Brooklyn? And keep it up. Keep it up with that Duolingo. Who has questions about this? Why are we changing it to lavarse instead of lavar? What is he washing? Is he washing the dog? Is he washing the car? Or is he washing something that is part of him? Yes, because he's washing something that's part of him. ¿Tuvo que se lavan las manos? No, because the tener que makes you have an infinitive, Tracy. Remember, it's part of a conjugation called tener que plus infinitive. You have to use an infinitive. And therefore, if you use an infinitive, you have to put the pronoun either before the tener que or attached to the end of the infinitive. Do you understand, Tracy? Yes, it's a part of him. You got it. Got it, Tracy? ¿Sí vale? Perfecto. All right, any other questions before I erase this? ¿Por qué no usas sus manos? We don't use sus manos because we have this se that already tells us that they belong to him. A joy. Cuando usas el se, no hace falta usar el adjetivo. El adjetivo posesivo. Because this is already telling you that he's doing it to himself. There's no need to say his hands. It would be redundant. Okay, Joy? Thank you guys for those likes. We're at 50. That's amazing. Okay, 1 second, guys. I don't know when I have class. One second. Here I am. Guys, I would keep going and going. If I didn't have class, I'd keep going and going with these. These are awesome. Esperar. Let me look at my calendar. Oh, by the way, I'm also going to create a calendar on my Linktree for you guys to know when I go live every week. And I will update it every week for you, okay? So if there's changes to the live, I will update it every week. It's going to be on a Google Drive and you'll have access to it. A ver. I have class. Okay. We have half an hour. Guys. So we're good. Vale. Let's move forward. Vamos a ver. Ready? Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot for me, guys. This is a very good example. Look at those likes. You guys rock. We're gonna shatter that. You have face-to-face classes? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do group classes and I do one-on-one classes. If you're interested, just let me know through a DM, okay? And I'll send you the information. And thank you for the follow, my friend. Odessa. Odessa, are you from Ukraine? I have a student from Odessa. Okay. Dereka, cuídate mucho. Un abrazo. Okay, here we go. Would this work the same if you said he spilled the wine on his shirt? Yes. Yes. Location? What do you mean location? Oh, you mean face-to-face in real life? No, they're all through Zoom. They're all through Zoom. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ryan? Is it Ryan? Could it be? Okay. Remember, we don't place, so whoever asked about the shirt, a Wildie, it would be exactly that. What we wrote down here would be exactly what you said, Wildie, because we don't place blame on ourselves. So it would be the wine would be falling on his shirt accidentally. We didn't do it. The wine did it by himself accidentally on us. Okay? And so we have to use an indirect object because an indirect object pronoun for us because we didn't do it. The wine did it to us. Okay? All right, siguiente. Let's go a little bit tougher here. Let's go all out. Why don't we? Here we go. How about we do all right, one eats well here. So, let's do a so. And therefore, let's do an and therefore. How about that? And therefore, Ryan, you're more than welcome, my friend. Se le derramó el vino en la camisa. El vino se le derramó en la camisa. Exactly. Exactly. What Mariposa wrote. Notice that she's using a se for the accidental se. Uno come bien aquí y entonces. User. Don't translate word for word. Understand. You can say that, by the way, user. You're not wrong. But think about what this one means. It doesn't mean uno per se in English. It means that there is no subject. So how do we infer when there's no subject in Spanish? Exactamente. Exactamente. The other user said it better. Now, what the first user said is okay. Okay? That's okay. And you can say that in Spanish. But it's much better to use the se here. Se come bien acá, entonces, right. I would say, and therefore, y entonces, I would say, y a consecuencia. I could also say a consecuencia, and as a consequence, right? Se come bien aquí, yeah, así que. Or you could say así que. Así que is a good way of saying it. So, se come bien aquí, y entonces, or así que, he regrets. Can you say y por eso? Yeah, and therefore. Yeah, y por eso is another great one. Y por eso Do you understand why we're saying eso and por eso, Amanda? Who can finish it up, guys? Do you remember regret? We went over regret earlier. Se come bien aquí y así que se arrepiente de vender el restaurante. Very good. Get rid of the and. Because we don't say and therefore. This takes care of the and. So, así que se arrepiente. Le arrepiento. Remember, the regret is an emotional built-in thing, right? So you have to use the he because he's regretting it. Okay, even though it's reflexive, it's not like the accidental se where wine spills on us. This is us having that experience. So you have to conjugate it in the right. Y él se arrepiente de. Don't forget the de, guys. Así que se arrepiente. Or I can do él se arrepiente de. If we have a de, what happens to vender? Does it stay as vender or do we have to conjugate it? Right, because de is a preposition, right? Remember, verbs after prepositions need to be left in the infinitive form. So, se arrepiente de vender el restaurante. Holy moly. Maybe we should rename this C1 level, right? Shouldn't we rename this C1 level? Because you guys are really, really doing well. Valu, gracias por el follow. Guys, if you're new here, hit the follow button. Don't worry, I teach more basic stuff than this. Today is the B1 level. I have some Spanish learners that are higher up, and I have to give them at least one day so that they can learn as well, right? But most of the week, we're doing basic grammar. We're doing great grammar, okay? So, throughout the week, somos profesionales aquí. Ah, no lo dudo. Nunca lo he dudado. Nunca lo he dudado. Thank you so much, guys. Tracy, thank you for the follow. All right, let's keep going. You guys got it? Any questions on this one? Anybody have a question? Don't worry, there are no bad questions. There's only bad silence. Y tú bien, profesor, mi favorito, no lento, no rápido. Gracias, user. Muchas gracias. Grammar in Spanish is hard. I know, window pane. It is. You feel the pain under the window pane with Spanish. But guess what? It's even more gratifying when you get it. You have to, anything that requires effort out of us is extremely gratifying when we get it. Thank you so much for that flower, window pane. Thank you. The verb hay la problema. Okay, so we can use I. I'll use I with one of the ses. Okay? Let's see. How about we do... Okay, here we go. Take a screenshot for me, guys. Take a screenshot so that you can look over it later. Wow, look at that. 56,000, guys. We had a goal of 60. I mean, 167 is crazy, right? But we got there. We got there once. I think that we can probably get to 70 today. I'm thinking because we have about 28 minutes left. So we can do it. We can do it. I believe in you guys. Here we go. Alright, so I used one before, but now I'm going to say one must, and that's a different construction. I'm going to say by himself, but I don't want you guys to say solo. Solo is not allowed in the sentence, okay? Solo is not allowed in the sentence, guys. All right, how are we going to do it? Se debe comprar un pastel porque Juan se comió el que estaba en el refrigerador. Se necesita. Make sure you conjugate it in the third person, right? We're using the se, but guys, one must is different from... Okay, so somebody said, I think it was one of the users. One of the users said that they wanted to use I, right? Well, guess what? One must is what? Who knows? One must is a construction. You could say se debe, but hay que, Joy. Hay que. Good job, guys. Exactly. So, I wanted to use I for somebody. So, you can say everything that you said. You weren't wrong, guys, but I was looking for the I here. So, hay que is, it is necessary to or one must. So, hay que. Now, can somebody say se debe? Absolutely. One can say se debe because what are we using when we use that se? Who knows? Do you remember? Out of that list of ses, which one are we using? Is there a subject in the one must? Who's the subject? Impersonal. You got it. Greetings, gifters, especially the high-level ones. During live can help foster what? TikTok. So TikTok just gave me a wait. Greetings, gifters, especially high-level ones. During live can help foster. I want to read the message. What is it saying at the bottom? I don't know. TikTok was telling me something, guys. Okay. Hay que. To buy, comprar, right? But what else could we have said here? Se debe, because it's an impersonal say, right? And this is se debe all together, guys. I know it looks like it's separated, but it's all together. Se debe comprar a cake, un pastel, o una tarta, una torta, un pastel. Because I saw a porque separated. Remember, because is a long word, just like porque is a long word, okay? Porque Juan, we need to get Juan away from the fridge. Juan, what happened to Juan? Who knows? Se comió. We want to emphasize it because it was ridiculous. Se comió el que. Why am I doing an el que? Because it's a what? Relative pronoun, right? Dulce, you got it. Martin, thank you so much for that share. Appreciate it. So, se comió el que estaba, which is, oh no, he ate the one in the fridge. I would say el que estaba, that was in the fridge. Se comió el de la nevera. You could say el de la nevera, right? You could say both, but I naturally lean more to estaba en la nevera. You could say refrigerador. You could call it, I don't know what they call it in Argentina, but Martin, thank you so much for the follow. So, nevera is what we use in Spain. You could say el refrigerador if you want. It's a long word. Okay? Any questions about this one? Who has a question? I'm here to answer. Venga, chicos. Ask away. Ask away. Or we can move on. We can move on. So by himself, you could say solo. If you want to emphasize it, you could say solo. So, se comió el que estaba en la nevera solito. Solo, solito, solo. Solo, solito, solo. Solito is the diminutivo. I don't know how you say that. Diminutive? I don't even know how you say it in English. Wait. So, hay que, because it's one must. Se debe is they should. No, it's also one must. Window pane. They both mean one must. One uses hay que, and the other one uses the impersonal se. Is it diminutive? Diminutive? Heladera in Argentina. That's what I was looking for. Heladera. Right. So we have refrigerador, we have nevera, we have heladera. In Argentina, and refrigerador. We have a lot of words for gracias, Mendez. All right, next one. Venga. Take a screenshot for me, guys. Screenshot. And remember, write these down in a notebook and try to think to yourself what those says are. Okay, from that other list that you guys have. That's a good practice for you. Alrighty. Venga. A por otra cosa, mariposa. And I'm talking to you, mariposa. I know you're here, mariposa. All right, here we go. Let's use... Uh-oh. Javi's going crazy. Javi is going crazy. Chun cha cha chun. Chun cha cha chun. I gave them to them and now the car has been sold. So, I don't know, I feel like I flunked the grammar course that describes the diminutive, prepositions, etc. I think everybody fails that. Not the diminutive part, but the prepositional part, forget it. It's a disaster. So, I can give you a list of prepositions of what they are in English, but there's like so many exceptions that you're going to go nuts. Okay. Se los di a ellos y ahora se vendió el coche o el carro. Les di las llaves y ahora el carro se vendió. Glenn, that's very good. I like that. But I want you to replace llaves for the pronoun, for its pronoun. And user, you did well. Let me see. User did well. Se los di, but change that pronoun for me because we're referencing las llaves. Yo se los di. Change that pronoun for me. We're talking about the keys, which are las llaves, Amanda. Y ahora el coche se ha vendido. That's the last part, Amanda, is great. You got it. That's all you needed to do. Se las doy. Okay. So gave is se las di. Di. Se las di. Right. You had ito to make things small. You had azo, depending on the noun, to make things big. I can send you something on that too, window pane. DM me, please, okay? So I remember. All right, guys, here we go. I gave them to them, meaning the keys, and this is to ellos, right? So, se, las, di, a, ellos. Y ahora, el coche, se ha vendido. Why did I use the present perfect here? Why did I use the present perfect here, guys? Díselas would be only se las di. You can never attach pronouns to affirmative commands. No, but that's not even a command. You can never put pronouns in front of conjugated verbs. You can put pronouns in front of commands. You can't put pronouns in front of negative commands. That's the rule. I was wondering if you do professional Spanish classes. Yes, I have group lessons and I have private lessons, window pane. So feel free to reach out to me through a DM, okay? And I'll give you all the information. And what was that? 1 second. I'm a native speaker, Mexican, but I took Spanish in high school. Oh, perfect, window pane. That's awesome. So you're probably like a B level, right? Like a B1, B2. You can speak a lot, but maybe the grammar's the issue. Because it happened recently. Right, user. Exactly. Exactly. Because it's still relevant. Because it's recent. Michaela, you nailed it. You guys rock. We go to the present perfect when something has recently happened and it's still affecting the recent moment. What word in this sentence tells us that it's still affecting the recent moment, guys? There's one key word in here that goes, I need to use the present perfect. Who knows? Now. Ahora. Exactly. Ahora is still happening. It's right now, right? So this ahora forces us to think, oh, I need to use this guy. I need to use ha vendido because it's happening now and now is still ongoing. Okay? Oh, okay. For professionals. I have tried that in the past. I mean, I have to look up words for you guys, especially in the medical field. But yeah, I've done it with a doctor in Miami. And he enjoyed it. It was different from most of my classes because it was all medical terminology. But I've done it once and it was good. And he really liked it because he got to practice with his patients. Cuban paradise for you. That sounds like, if I can have a coladita and a Cuban sandwich, that's paradise for me, Cuban paradise. Okay. Vampira. Vampira, a.k.a. Lisa. So is it Lisa Vampira or Vampira Lisa? How you doing, Vampira? Thank you for the follow. So what's the difference between se in the beginning versus las di? So las di would imply that you would have to say, you would have to imply the se. So we have a thing in Spanish where we always like to mention the indirect object pronoun, right? So even if you're mentioning the direct object, like las llaves, I would still say les di las llaves a ellos. Doesn't make much sense as an English speaker because you're going, wait a second, Javi, you're saying a ellos. So why the heck do you have to repeat the les? It's the magic of the language. We do that. We love that. We love to repeat ourselves. Okay? So anytime you're giving something to somebody, anytime you have an indirect object, put the pronoun. I got certified as a medical translator via my last hospital job. Oh, awesome. That's great, Mariposa. So maybe Mariposa, I mean, if Mariposa's certified, she knows what she's doing with the medical terminology. I'm going to provide it to you and I'm going to give you the grammar. But maybe Mariposa is more appropriate. Do you give classes, Mariposa? I'm more than happy to give you classes if you want, but Mariposa's certified. I'm not certified in medical Spanish. Oh, you want me to get certified in medical Spanish? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm going to fail that. All those medical terms? I have enough with my own medical problems in Spanish. All right, guys, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Here we go. All right, we're gonna have to wrap it up with this one, guys. Medical editor. Oh, okay, got it. Let's see. Let's do a potpourri. We're gonna do a ×3, guys. You know how I like to do the final bosses, right? So. Regretted with 2 T's. I'm going to go with a double T. That looks bad, but that looks wrong. That looks wrong. That looks wrong. Double T or single T, guys? Double T or single T? 70,000. Bam! Listen, Brayden, you're awesome, man. 1 T. 1 T. Yeah, I thought so. You are awesome, Brayden. Thank you. So, they regretted it at night. Why? Because they're lactose intolerant, guys. Holy moly, final boss, here we go. 2 T's? Guys, don't do this to me. You guys are supposed to be the pros. I'm supposed to be the one making the mistakes. Alright, let's see. 2 T's. 2 T's or 1 T? Double T. Hey, I'm never going to get these double consonants in English. It's going to take me another 30 years. Alright. Se divirtieron or se lo pasaron bien. Notice that both of them, lol, is going to be with the se, absolutely. Este fin de semana y se compraron helado de chocolate para, good job. Se disfrutaron este fin de semana pasado y se compraron helado de chocolate a celebrar, a pasar, okay? Pretty close, guys, pretty close. Se los disfrutaron. Okay, so disfrutar is not going to be reflexive. So you could say se divirtieron. You could say se lo pasaron bien or se la pasaron bien in Latin America. Too long of a sentence. I know. It's a final boss, guys. I'm going to have to make it long. I know that you have a cap on how many words you can write, right? Ellos se divirtieron este fin de semana y se compraron. You don't have to say lo because we're mentioning what the lo is. It's an ice cream. Para celebrar, aunque se arrepintieron de ello. Very good with the de ello. Now, why is it ello and why is it not de él? Who knows what? So, one second. Let me write this before somebody else types. Pen. Why did LOL write ello instead of él, guys? Who knows? I remember you said the other day. Exactly, Amanda. That's why I'm bringing it up. Ratchmad, how are you doing? How's everything going, man? So the reason why you use ello is because ello is a reference to an abstract. What do I mean by abstract? Genderless thing. How can something be genderless? Any action that you're referencing, any action that you reference is genderless. Okay? So what LOL is doing is going, ello. What are they regretting? They're regretting the action of buying themselves chocolate ice cream. You see? So when you want to reference an action that is regretful, you put ello. When you're regretting a thing, you say él or ella. You got it? Where should I start to learn Spanish? Can you tell me, please? You can start on Mondays with me if you want. Or you can take a group class on Monday nights with me. Or you can get yourself kids' books and get to know the vocabulary and the pronunciation. Who understands what I just explained? Or who's completely lost with this? These are called objects of prepositions. Notice that the ello is because se arrepintieron de. This is a preposition. And after prepositions, we need to have él, ella, or ello for that. I have complete silence. When I have complete silence, it's a bad sign. You guys get it? Kathy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Is that Kathy? No, what did I call you? Poor cat. Cow. I read Kathy. I'm sorry. Yes, I understand a little. I need more practice on this topic. All right, don't worry. We'll get to it, Joseph. We'll get to it. All right, so remember, objects of prepositions. When we have an O, think of what lo means. What does lo mean? Lo can mean a masculine it, right? A singular masculine it. But it can also mean what? HD, thank you for the follow. It can also mean an abstract thing. Neutral. There's the lo, guys. It's right here. It's right here. You see it? So, ello is just a reference to an abstract genderless thing. No worries. We'll practice objects of prepositions. Don't worry. Okie doke. Let's do it. Let's translate it because I need to go, guys. I need to go. You see what you just noticed there, Joseph? That's what it's all about. When you have that mind-blown moment, that's what language learning is all about, Joseph. All right, so they enjoyed themselves. Se. Remember that divertirse is an IR verb, and we do what to IR verbs in the preterite? If they are stem changers in the present, they are stem changers in the third person preterite. So are we talking in the third person? You better believe it, it's they. So, ellos se divirtieron. Se divirtieron from the verb divertirse. So notice that E is going to an I because it's in the preterite third person, right? Ellos se divirtieron this weekend. Esta semana. But it's end, so it's este fin de semana. Because it's masculine, the end is masculine. Este fin de semana. And bought. Y se compraron. Why am I saying se here? Compraron. I'm saying se compraron because it's for their own benefit. It's for their own benefit. Remember, we learned that type of se. So, se compraron un helado de chocolate So we're right here. Para, for the purpose of, para. Remember, this too is very hard to realize. I had a class with a student that had this too, and it's hard to realize that that too means for the purpose of. Okay? So anytime you see yourself doing something to an action, it's going to be for the purpose of that action. So it's going to be a para. And what's a para? It's a preposition. So what happens to verbs after prepositions? They're left in the infinitive form, right? So para celebrar, what are they celebrating? Even though, aunque, they regretted it. Se arrepintieron. De the whole action, de ello. At night, it's not en noche, it's por la noche. Good job, window pane. Por la noche. Holy Toledo. We are animals of the Spanish language today, right? Did you guys get this? Did you guys get this? Yes? Yeah. I'm getting vibes. Gotta say, this is probably the best Spanish lesson I've ever stumbled into. And that is the best comment I have received. Thank you so much, Mariposa. Buen trabajo hoy, Javi. Gracias, guys. I'm fully fluent, and it's nice to hear how you explain it. Thank you, Mariposa. Thank you. So, guys, remember, we are using this se. Why? Because it's a mental state. It's a mental state that happens within us. We are using this se because it's for our own benefit. They bought the ice cream for their own benefit. And we did this se because it was a mental state that they regretted. Understood, but not sure if I could repeat it. It only takes practice, Tracy. So remember, we need to practice. That's why I tell you guys, take screenshots of these and try to use these verbs in other sentences. So the more you use it, remember that list of all the ses? Try to use them in very basic sentences at the beginning, and then you can get to the final bosses. Okay? Mariposa, cuídate. Cuídate. You know who also needs to go? Yours truly. Okay, guys? So, El domingo, we're back to A2. We're going to learn more basic stuff. So if you're new here and you're like, Javi, this is like crazy, don't worry. Sunday's going to get easier. Okay? So come back on Sunday and I'll explain more basic stuff to you. Vale, chicos? Have a great day too, Joseph. Take care. See you later, window pane. Chicos, hasta luego. You too, Waldy. Adiós a todos. Estoy de acuerdo con Mariposa en las razones que explicaste para ayudarme a entender. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, Green Eyes. Hablamos el domingo. Hasta el domingo, chicos. I'm looking for more B1, B2. This was B2-ish. Is this what you were looking for, Elsa? Gracias a ti, Amanda. Is this what you're looking for? Or you're looking for conversation? If you want conversation, Saturday mornings, I have a conversational class. It's a bit more complicated. Okay. So, yeah. So, you want a bit more complicated? Do you want conversation or do you want grammar? I like more complicated than that too. Okay. Okay. Both? Alright, so the only thing I can offer that is free is this kind of stuff. In my group class, I have 3 people, Saturday mornings, that have full-blown conversations in Spanish with me. And we are reading The Little Prince, and we are talking about it in a group class. Okay? This was complicated enough for me, at a perfect level to push my brain. Awesome, Tracy. Marimar, muchas gracias a ti. Marimar, por cierto, que te quería hacer esto y nunca te lo he hecho. Espera. Ay, que no me digas que no me van a dejar. No me van a dejar. Vale, cuando lleguemos a 10.000, te voy a hacer mod, Marimar. ¿Vale? No me dejan. Ya tengo como 5 mods, pero tú vas a ser la sexta. Porque siempre estás aquí y siempre estás ayudando. Así que muchísimas gracias, ¿eh? Cuando lleguemos a 10.000, yo creo que me van a dar más mods. Gracias a todos, chicos. Alright, guys, I need to go. Nos vemos el domingo, ¿vale? Hasta luego, chicos. Hasta la próxima. No, el honor es mío. El honor es mío, Marimar. Muchas gracias por todo lo que haces. Take care, guys. Cuidaos, chicos. See you later. Adiós. Adiós, chavales.